move on to the digital signature section.
Sure.
So we want to see digital signature for attendance of children becoming acceptable for auditing. When do you think this will start? So if it's okay, I can respond to this
Please,
question.
yes,
Yep.
yes.
Okay. So last year, ministry had sent out this information to all the SMS providers, and with the intent of verification of the digital records. So they were very clear that they would like to step forward in this direction, and they asked all the SMS providers on what's your plan. So they are basically asking us what will be your plan. From them, their requirement is that it has to be auditable. We need to maintain all the logs for whatever number of years they ask us to. So let's say, for example, you've got mom and dad, both of them are authorized signatories on it, then both of them will have a separate login, and you could check when a certain parent was added or when they were removed and so on. So anyway, they sent us through the questionnaire, and we said, okay, this is how we would like to implement these changes. And they asked us back in July if we were ready with those changes, and we said, no, we are not. So because of a few things that are getting added, so pay parity changes came through, the discretionary hours changes came through. So there were a few things to actually, and the multitude of temporary closures that any service has seen in their lifetime, and the use of exempt code, these were all the new things. And thankfully, SMS was structured that way to be able to adapt to these, but still we had to make sure that our services are not losing out on any of the changes that the ministry is now putting forward. So because of this, the development has been delayed, but yes, every SMS will take this on board, and they will start, kind of scoping out the requirements, and you will see this at least implemented by early next year. So this is all coming up, and so this could be seen as the first step towards the digital signature for the enrollment agreement, and also the staff rosters and contact hours recording. So I guess ministry will check how is this working out, and again, you also need to remember that the parents being parents, let's say 90% of them will do whatever is required in terms of the digital verification, but you will always end up with 10 or 20% parents who you will have to follow up every time. So how successful this becomes, again, from the SMS side, we can keep on sending them reminders and so on, but we'll just have to kind of check on how this digital step works out in that area. And then I guess immediately once this is successful, I guess ministry will be very open to get the enrollment agreement and the other things done as well at the same time. So at this stage, that's all I know. And but yes, you will be seeing all of these coming up early next year. Anything that you wanted to add here, Sue?
No, I think it's just something that we all look forward to, because, the ministry have been very stuck in a paper-based system that, goes back a lot of years now. So even with updates to the funding handbook that we have had over the years, they have stuck with this very much, this, the signature is their only way of assuring themselves that a parent can verify something. So it's frustrating when the rest of the world has moved on. I had to sign a legal contract recently, and I was able to do so on a, as a digital signature coming through. And this was, was quite an important legal document. And I thought, well, if we can do that in that world, why on earth can we not do it for attendance for children in an early childhood centre? I thought how simple and easy it was, and it obviously met the requirements of the legal profession. So I think that it's just a lack of will but from the ministry to even sort of get their head around it. And maybe we need to be getting the auditors themselves to be part of the push, because they're the ones that have to come out and look through all those dusty piles of paper that you provide them with, all those little signatures and stacks of paper. Surely they would be so much happier if there were digital signatures, because that would, could only imagine as an auditor, it would have to make your job a whole lot easier. So maybe we need to get them on board to be pushing from within the system rather than just us pushing from outside the system. But it's probably not been high up on the ministry's agenda, but we just need to keep going on about that, I think, because it's just such a time-consuming, pointless exercise every day. When I walk into centres and see, clipboards covered in bits of paper that, with tags of, post-it notes sticking out the side for parents, sign here, sign there, and I think, well, there's got to be better use of everybody's time.